Hey everybody, what's going on? It is Chris. I am here with another week's pull list, and I have another five awesome comics for you this week that I think everybody would enjoy and I would love for you to check out. So, without further ado, let's get started. This week we have Red Hood and Arsenal number 4, written by Scott Lobdell and art by Dennis Medry. Um, I really love this book this week. Red Hood and Arsenal is a fabulous story right now of Red Hood, Batman's former Robin, and Arsenal, Green Arrow's former Speedy. What basically he has going on right now, or what they have going on right now in the story, is they are trying to track down a new supervillain, if you will, by the name of Underbelly. I'm gonna let that sink in for a little bit. The villain's name is Underbelly. I can't make this stuff up. But anyway, this book is probably one of my favorite books coming out of DC right now, with a new spin on the storytelling for a lot of characters. Red Hood, he's still angry, he's still grief stricken over his relationship with the Bat, but now that Batman's not really around anymore, he really is lashing out a little bit more. I feel. Arsenal, on the other hand, even though he has very little spotlight in this book, to me he's the real star of this. He is going through something a lot more personal. If you know Arsenal's history and his addictions, if you will, they play to a central part of this story that I feel a lot of people can relate to, and I feel is a very well done. Um, there's some action in here. You get some good action in here. You get a little bit of comedy, but more than anything, I feel in this book you are getting solid storytelling. I think of anything, that's what you're getting right now, and these characters are being built up nicely. So with that, please check this one out. Next up, new Suicide. Next up, we have new Suicide Squad number 12. This was written by Sean Ryan and art by Philip Burns. I'm probably messing his name up, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, this one is another solid one. This one has the Suicide Squad. They are stuck in the Middle East working. Well, some of them, Black Manta, Captain Boomerang, and Deadshot, are stuck working with a League of Assassins offset group that is determined to take over the world and basically remake the world in their religious image, how they feel the world could be. This is if you look at our world today, what one similar group is doing, it's very close to home. It's very something that kind of like makes you really think. But still a fun story. In this one, we have Black Manta has pretty much gone way off the reservation, and it seems like he has fallen in deep love with this group of assassins. We have Deadshot trying to pull everything together, and we have Harley Quinn actually finding a group of kids she can relate to, as long as she doesn't, freak them out. Good luck, Harley. Also, you have in here a nice little side story with Reverse Flash and how he is portrayed by Waller and the rest of Task Force X. Basically, Reverse Flash is basically the gimp of the group, or just the lame horse. Had so much potential, but so far it just doesn't seem like he's living up. What's going to happen with him is my big question. I think this puts him in a place that really could make him either dangerous or spectacular, and I'm really hoping for spectacular. If you have time, please pick up New Suicide Squad and check out this amazing story. Next up, we have Quake number 1. This one is written by Matthew Rosenberg and Patrick Kinlan, with art by Daniel Warren Johnson. This actually was one of my favorite books this week. This is a very solid story telling Daisy Johnson's story. Also, some of you might know as Sky. You probably recognize her more from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. than her actual role in the S.H.I.E.L.D. stories. She is an Inhuman agent that works with S.H.I.E.L.D. and is one of Nick Fury's best agent. This is a story of when, like, that happened before any of the major events back in 2010, but after Nick Fury was pretty much kicked out. So, in this story, this is telling Daisy, aka Quake's tale, as she becomes a part of one of the Avengers squads. Captain America picked her to work with her because he felt that, she was ready for the big leagues. She has a serious problem with superheroes, and it shows. It is amazing and how well written I feel she was. She is written to be more human, even though she has powers and even though she lives in a world of superheroes. She has the heart, and she is supposed to be a guide for them. In this one, you'll have her interactions and how she sees the entire team compared to herself. And if anything on here, her interaction with Tony Stark, Iron Man, is fabulous. Get the chance, definitely pick this one up. Worth the price of admission. And now we have this week's Guilty Pleasure, StarFire number 4, written by Amanda Connor, her husband Jimmy Palmiotti, and art by Emanuela Lapacino. I'm probably screwing her last name up, and I am so sorry. Please forgive me. But you do amazing art. This is awesome, awesome, awesome work. Basically, this is another one of StarFire's tales that basically has her working in the Key West, trying to acclimate to humans, to the life on Earth, and basically just it's pure comedy. There's some serious moments in there, but it's never taken too seriously. Where it's pure comedy as you see her try to interact with people and completely and utterly get it wrong half the time, but still be great. Um, there's a few stories in here. There's the one where you have just Starfire working with Tara, if you recognize her from Power Girl, and you also have another story of a killer that is working his way through Key West. We're gonna see what happens, but I think you definitely need to read this one. It can be a serious story, but it's not. It's funny. It's fun. It's just good fun. That's all it really is. I'm gonna keep saying fun because that's all it is. And there's trappings in here to make it look like it's going to go somewhere serious. But right now, all we have in here is Amanda Connor and Jimmy just going at it and having a good time telling a story of an orange girl living in Key West, trying just to acclimate to the weird world that is Earth. I think you definitely need to pick this one up. Definitely check it out. And coming out of Secret Wars, we have my favorite pull this week, written by Dan Slott, art by Adam Hubert and Scott Hanna. I am talking about the one, the only Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, number 5. We have the ultimate family tale, and we have a nice wrap up to arguably one of the best stories coming out of Marvel's Secret Wars event. Basically, Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows is telling the story of Peter, MJ, and their daughter Annie as they just try to make it through everyday life in their little slice of the battle world. And basically, what's going on here is Peter's hung up his suit. MJ is struggling to, help maintain the house, and they have their wild little daughter Annie, who just wants to understand why her parents don't want her to use her powers. Main reason is the main villain of this, called the Regent, Madman stealing other superheroes' powers in order to augment himself. I won't really ruin any of this for you. I want you to read this from beginning to end. If you have not checked out any of the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, you are doing yourself a disservice, and you really, really need to pick this up. Basically, in this story, you have the bow on the biggest gift that Marvel has given you right now in this great story. Spider-Man has pretty much became, Spider-Man again. Peter becomes Spider-Man again, and is going all out to protect his family. You have MJ, who just is trying to make sure everything stays safe, and you have their daughter Annie, who wants nothing more than to be just like her dad. Um, Dude, you just can't do wrong with this. Dan Slott has done it again with an amazing Spider-Man story, and I really, 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 really think that you need to check this out. If you have the time and you have the effort, Pick all of these up if you've not. If you want to wait for the trade paperback, get 5 of them. That's how good this story is. Please read this, and please just check it out. With that, that is the end of a pull week for the pull list for this week. Please, if you have anything on there that you want me to check out, comment below. If you think there's something I need to improve on, or if there's, questions, comments, you want to have a discussion about some of these comics, let me know in the comments as well. Other than that, I am out of here. I'm going to head actually out to the Fall Classic. I'm going to take a few videos. You should be seeing that pretty soon. Other than that, be safe, people. Be easy. And keep on reading the great books. Take it easy, guys.